Okay. Next up, we got Ghosts of War. So I just watched this movie for the second time. I watched it back when it was first released with Bill. I mainly watched it because the guy that plays the new Jack Reacher's in it, and of course you got Billy Zane in here. He's not in it for long, but he's in this, and you got a very interesting movie here. And you also got the guy that directed probably one of the best time travel movies I've ever seen, Butterfly Effect. Fucking love that movie. It's got the guy from Supernatural in it. Actually, I think it does. Can't remember. I haven't seen it in years, but I think it's got the guy from Supernatural in it. Um, and you got a very interesting movie here. You know, I've seen a lot of war movies. Usually, when there's a war movie about World War II, it's usually based off a true story or something. But I've never seen a horror movie based off of World War II other than Overlord. And this one definitely takes a unique route. So basically, the guy from the Jack Reacher TV show, and a bunch of other people, they're soldiers in World War II, and they're behind enemy lines, I guess, and they take camp, set up camp at this abandoned mansion, and they soon find out that the mansion was haunted, and there was a family that died there, and they're most of the movie is them like fighting off Nazis and fighting off ghosts. You know, there's a couple jump scares here and there, and there's a pretty halfway decent Nazi killing battle halfway through the movie, and then you get a ghost battle about 3/4 of the way through the movie, and then the one part of this movie that really drags this movie down is the last 30 minutes because it just goes for this dumbass fucking plot twist that completely shits on what it was building in the first three acts. Completely drops all the World War II themes and all the fucking ghost themes and goes for this like fucking sci-fi simulation bullshit. It was all a dream kind of bullshit, and it completely ruins the movie. Like it's the worst ending that you could have possibly picked for a movie like this, and I fucking hate it. But the first three parts of this movie, three fourths of this movie is fucking awesome. You know, you got World War II horror movie. I mean, that's just fucking awesome. Plus, you got some dead Nazis. That's always fun. And you know, again, this isn't like a super ultra violent movie, but there's some pretty good gore here and there. Like, I think the guy from well, you should already know that these reviews are going to be spoilers anyway. But the guy from that plays the new Jack Reacher, he is the first of the soldiers to die, and he gets blown up, and his arms get like shredded off and shit. It's pretty crazy, and I don't know. There was one story. The guy right there with the beanie on, the guy with the beanie on, he's probably my favorite character in the movie. He's got this one story about. Oh God, I think it was like a in the movie. He's talking about this kid from like a Nazi youth camp or something, and he had like a I don't know. It was like a Jewish kid and was playing catch cradle, and I guess he cut off one of the Nazi camp leader's head or something. It was a fucked up story, but that's probably one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when he's talking about that to one of his buddies. And I also really like the Nazi battle halfway through the movie. That's one of the best parts. And I also like the kind of Groundhog Day feel of this. Like it's especially towards the beginning where they start seeing things happen over and over. It's a very interesting movie. Um, as I said, 3/4 of it were really good, but the ending is what really killed it for me. You know, this was a movie that I had been anticipating for a very long time because the guy that directed this, it had been a couple years since he had put out a movie, and I enjoyed the last thing that he put out, so I was pretty ready for this. And it was a big, even though I really liked the first three parts of it, it's about the first 3/4 of it. It was a big disappointment for me. You know, I saw it on Netflix when it came out. I didn't get the chance to actually get it on Blu-ray or anything, but um, comparing it to the other stuff that you could watch by this guy, it's just not something that I would particularly want to watch again. You know, it's definitely unique. Got to give it props there. I haven't really heard of a Nazi killing, ghost hunting, time travel movie. That's because that's technically what this is. It tackles a bunch of different things. It's definitely unique, but just because it's unique doesn't mean it is a good movie. You know, they kind of failed in the ending department. You know, a bad ending can completely tank a movie. Just watch Law Abiding Citizen. You'll know what I'm talking about. A bad ending can definitely tank a movie, and that's exactly what happened here. But if you want to watch some halfway decent Nazi killing horror movie, then I recommend it. You know, if you want to watch a better Nazi killing horror movie, go watch Overlord because that movie's fucking awesome. But if you want to watch the poor man's Overlord, go ahead and watch the Ghost of War because it's shittier, much shittier version of that. So yeah, Ghost of War, it was all right. Yeah, again, I was anticipating it, and it turned out to be a big fucking mess. But you know, not everything's gonna be crazy. You know, I forget who Billy Zane played. I honestly do. I know that he's not in it for that long. I think he played one of the Afghanistan guys because, yeah, that goes into the fucking sci-fi time travel twist that they went back. It's like they're actually soldiers from the Afghanistan war or whatever. I think he played the leader of the, I don't know, terrorist group or whatever. But, yeah, this movie is, first three parts, pretty cool. Last few parts, fucking god awful. So, there's Ghost of War.